Hey, what up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is EverQuest Project 1999. And today we are on the green server. Gonna play the wizard because my enchanter is stuck, and we've done everything we can do on that side of the world, and I didn't really plan ahead, and I've had a really busy day today, and I'm just trying to get y'all a video. But what I want to do in this one, while we mess around on the wizard, which was your guys' second pick when we did the starting A series. So this is the continuation of the wizard starting A series, but what I want to talk about in this video while we just fart around and kill a couple things is why I think World of Warcraft is easier than EverQuest, and like in turn why I like EverQuest more than World of Warcraft. I got three reasons. There's many more. You guys put them in the comments, but I got three reasons that I want to go over today. That just popped into my head that I can say easily. So, yeah, let's get into it. Let's enter World, and I'll start talking about why I think World of Warcraft is way easier than EverQuest. It came after EverQuest anyway. It learned a bunch of things from it. Like, I know EverQuest wasn't the very first MMO, but it was the first one to do, like, everything pretty much right and, like, learn from all the, you know, super old MMOs. I don't even remember what I was doing here. We're on the Wizard. I don't have a robe on because I got a tunic or something that was a little bit better. We're in Kanos, or however you guys want to say it. That's how I say it, and that's how I'm gonna keep saying it because that's how I've been saying it for years and years and years and years and years. But yeah, the first reason I think that World of Warcraft is easier than EverQuest is basically that there's the quests. We tried some quests on this guy and in the Bard and a lot of the starting A series characters, and there's a couple good ones, but they're just not as easy to find, and they're not easy to complete, and they're not as like logistically easy. Like it doesn't point you straight to stuff. You kind of got to figure it out on your own. And yeah, on World of Warcraft, if you get a quest, it's gonna give you a ton of experience. It's going to be super easy. They're going to point you right to it. It's going to have like other quests nearby. You're going to have the exclamation point above their head and the question mark above their heads, and you can just look and see where they're at and like pretty much point you right there. You know what I mean? Let's see if this music is I don't know if it's super loud and overriding me or not. Shouldn't be because we did this before, but it should be all right. I'm gonna get out of town soon anyway. But yeah, the quests are the first thing, and you start the World of Warcraft, and the first thing you do is like look around and get a bunch of quests, like 5 to 10 of them, and then you just head out into the world, into that zone, and they're all just right there. They point you right to them. You get them all done, and head back, and you level, and it's freaking easy. So that'd be my first thing is the quests. On EverQuest, you don't. It doesn't really tell you who has a quest. You got to go around and hail people or look them up and stuff like that. And then even then, you got to say the right words to even get them to give it to you. Like, can't even just go up and say hi to a quest giver because that might not work. You got to say the right thing. You got to say whatever's in the brackets, or you know what I'm saying. And then like going out and just doing the quest is usually harder. It's harder to like get a bunch of quests and go out and do a bunch at the same time unless you really know what you're doing. And there's just never as many, and they never give as much experience. And there's just so many reasons that World of Warcraft, the quests are way easier, way more convenient, and way easier to find and stuff. So that would be my first thing, quests. And they level you so hard in that game. Like if you do you can do quests the entire game and just level all the way to max, most likely. No matter what class you are, you don't even have to be a solo class to go do quests. You can just be whatever class and run out there on your own and go do a bunch of quests. So that'd be my number one as far as why is World of Warcraft easier than EverQuest. And do I feel like I like that better? I think I wish EverQuest had a little bit better of a quest system, but not as easy as World of Warcraft. I would want something more in the middle, where it's still kind of hard, and they don't like hold your hand the whole way and point you straight to stuff. But the EverQuest version of that would be cool, like a little bit harder and a little bit less experience, maybe something would be cool. All right, let's get out here into the field and start making some kills. I hope. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get out there and get some kills while don't even remember where anything is, so that's why it's taking me so long to find. I might have just zoned back. I don't think I need to be doing that. What the heck? Where is it? All right, number 2. Maybe I won't even find where to go. So I'm in North Kanos. Is that good or bad? Maybe here? Where in the crap? I'm about to zone back over. We're just going to run around Kanos, y'all. All right, the second reason I think World of Warcraft is easier than EverQuest, and I don't think this is like some debate or anything. I don't think anybody out there is saying that World of Warcraft is harder, and I love it too. I love it. I played that game. I do like EverQuest better. Don't get me wrong, but I actually went further in WoW, and you know, I was raiding, getting tier 2, doing Blackwing Lair, all that stuff. But you know, and I like them both in their own way. If I had like a top 10, you know, World of Warcraft would be on the top 10. But, you know, EverQuest would be on my top 3. So, that's what I'm trying to say. Alright, where the heck is this? Is it this way? And then, alright, so number 2 reason. Oh, just the mobility. I would say mobility. Like, in WoW, you have mounts. And you have, you know, you have mounts, you have griffins. It just feels like you can get around way easier in that game. You know, as soon as you get a mount, you're just going wild. You can go wherever you want pretty easily. And once you get the griffins, you're just flying from wherever you want. Dude, it's gotta be. What am I doing, y'all? I have no idea. It's gotta be over this way. Like, that's the freaking dock. Here's the other dock. I think I'd remember this. But yeah, just mobility. In this game, see how slow I'm running? And there's nothing is going to fix that anytime soon. Right? I'm not gonna get journeyman boots right now. I don't have so right now. I don't get teleports until way later. Like, nobody's just gonna teleport me out of the kindness of their heart, most likely. I mean, they might, but all right. So they might, but you know what I mean? It gets hard to get around in this game unless you are a bard or a druid or a ranger or something or a shaman. But even then, it's like you gotta wait. You gotta wait, and I know in WoW you probably have to wait a little bit, but is it? What in the heck? I cannot find where I'm supposed to be going. I am such an idiot. You can just tell right here. Game's harder. I can't even figure out where I'm going. Oh man, did I just go in a circle? I think I'm heading back to the dock again. But mobility, yep, went in a circle. Is my second thing why WoW is easier. You're gonna get a mount. You're gonna get griffins. You're gonna be able to fly from one griffin to the next. Go wherever you want. Like, if I wanted to right now go to Freeport, it would be freaking hard. If I wanted to go all the way to Butcher Block, it would be really hard. I keep doing the same thing, and it's not working out. Maybe I should pause and get out there. All right, let me pause a sec. All right, here we go. I found it. Didn't take me too much longer. Finally found it. I don't even know what kind of buffs I got or anything. But yeah, mobility would be my second reason. This game, you gotta, like, strafe run. Some people don't even know that they should do that. We're not gonna get so anytime soon. We're not gonna ever get a mount. Any kind of thing that makes it easier is further in the game. Like, you're gonna be level 30, at least level 12 or 20 or something like that before you get anything that will help you with that. And let's go, Shaka Fire. So yeah, mobility would be number 2. So number 1 was what did I say number 1 was? The questing. Oh, I just blew myself up. That's cool. The questing was number 1. The mobility was number 2. And number 3, what do you think it is? Put it in the comments, and also put your, thoughts. Do you like WoW better? Do you like EverQuest better? Did you play both of them? Did you play one and not the other? Whatever. Alright, so number 3, I would say, is instances. You got instances in WoW, which is much easier. It's kind of a convenience thing. Like, everything is kind of a convenience thing. Like, the easy questing is a convenience thing. The mobility is a convenience thing. They just took EverQuest and they just made it way more convenient and a little bit easier. You know what I mean? So, all these things are mostly convenience type of deals. But, I would say the instances make it, so much easier to play WoW. You can just go into a dungeon and know that you're going to be able to do it. You don't have to go in there, look around, do a CC, wait around, get a group. You're not fighting over rare spawns. You can just go into an instance and get a rare spawn. You just know you're going to be able to. It's not the same. If you want to go to a certain dungeon, Dungeon A, whatever it is. Dungeon A in EverQuest and Dungeon A in WoW. Dungeon A and WoW, like, if you get a group of stuff, you can go and do that no matter what. You can get every single rare mob, every NPC, you have a chance at everything. It's a done deal. You don't have to worry about it. You get there, you go, you do it. In EverQuest, you have to go all the way to the place, and then once you're there, you don't even know, like, who's there, who isn't there. I mean, you can look a little bit, like, by typing certain things, but you never know who's anonymous or who's doing what in there. You don't know, like, if you want a certain named mob, like, if it's going to be open or not, no matter how many people are there. You don't know if you're going to be able to get a group. It's harder to get certain items, like, let's say Lower Guck, for example, just because that's a place I know. If you want the FBSS, you have to go all the way to Lower Guck. You have to go inside. You have to do a camp check. And even if nobody claims it, you have to go all the way down there, make sure nobody's there. Then you have to kill the thing and get the thing to spawn that actually drops it. And then it has to actually drop it, which is another layer upon a layer upon a layer. You have to be able to kill it anyway, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to respawn. Everything's going to respawn. Like, in an instance, I don't even think... They didn't respawn, right? You just run straight through it. So, and then in WoW, if you want a certain thing, you just run straight through the dungeon. You do it, you kill everything, you just keep going, and you just get to the end and you're done. And, you do it again if you want to try for a certain rare item. And you can just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over, and nothing is there to stop you. There's no other person that's camping it that's going to camp it for hours and hours and hours. But that makes stuff more rare in EverQuest, and that's what I kind of like. Like, an FBSS is worth a certain amount because... it's more rare. Like, if somebody's sitting there camping it, you're never going to get it because they're sitting on it. And then if they happen to get it, you're going to have to pay for it if they even want to sell it. But in WoW, you can just go and keep trying until you get the thing. Then what ends up happening is every class looks similar. Everybody has the same stuff. Towards the end of the game, when you're level 50 or something, a warrior's going to look the same as the other warrior, look the same as the other warrior, look the same as the other warrior, because you were able to go and get all the best in slot things, because there's nothing stopping you. Nothing is rare in that game, barely. Except for, like, the raid stuff, Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, whatever the ones were after that. They have to be in a good guild, you have to do the right things, you have to get certain, you have to get your points to be able to buy you have to go to a certain amount of raids, and, you know what I mean? So, that's not... like DKP, whatever it's called. But that's different. That's raiding. That's the end of the game. And even that is probably easier on WoW than EverQuest raiding. But we won't even put that one on here. This is my top 3. So I'd say instances just make the game way, way easier. You can go to a place, if it's of your level, and you have a couple buddies, you can go in there, and you can just, you're going to be able to do it. And then you're going to be able to get the items you want to get, most likely. You might have to be a tiny bit patient, but not as patient as EverQuest. And then EverQuest is the complete opposite. If you decide you want to go somewhere and try for something, you might not even be able to try for it. And even if you can, it might not drop. And then stuff respawns, and, it's crazy. So that was my 3. You guys can put your stuff in the comments. I've been wanting to do this video for a while. I've kind of had it in my back pocket. I thought I was going to do a little bit more than just the top 3 easiest. Why I think WoW is easier. I was going to do something a little bit different than that for the WoW versus EverQuest debate. But it's always been in the back of my head ever since... there's certain players in this game you can kind of tell they came from WoW. Normally it's the other way around. Like most people went from EverQuest to WoW, which I think is so much better because then they got a certain kind of habits. There's certain kind of like they played EverQuest. So when they move to WoW, they're probably a good player. It doesn't correlate the other way around. Like if somebody played WoW, that doesn't automatically mean they're going to be good at EverQuest because they're going to want to run around all crazy like a chicken with their head cut off and get everything handed to them and have high mobility and level quick, and it doesn't correlate. Like the etiquette doesn't even correlate. They're gonna want to just steam through a dungeon and go straight to the thing they want and kill it whether you're there or not, and that kind of causes problems. They don't have the right etiquette. They didn't play EverQuest back in the day. They're just trying it now because they used to play WoW. And that I think that's what gives us some of the problems with the camp etiquette and stuff like that, and trains and kill stealing and people not knowing how to play this game. Is people coming from WoW to EverQuest because they heard, oh, it was the harder game from back in the day, and I used to play WoW, I want to try EverQuest. And then none of the things that they learned in WoW can be transferred over to EverQuest. But the other way around, I would love it if I was playing WoW and somebody said, hey, I used to play EverQuest. I'd be like, all right, I'm going to be grouping with you a lot because I know you know what's up. But anyway, I like both of them, don't get me wrong. And if you only played WoW and you're for some reason watching this, I'm not trying to say anything bad about WoW. I've seen it in this game where people I can tell. I'm like, you probably used to play WoW, You're just in a group or something. They're just going from kill to kill to kill to kill. They're not letting their casters sit and meditate because you didn't have to do that in WoW. So they would just run from kill to kill to kill to kill to kill, like all over the place like a chicken with their head cut off. And they're expecting you to follow them. If you're the healer, if you're the caster, whatever. And you're not allowed to sit. Like in EverQuest, you have to pull to your casters. Pull to your healer, pull to your casters so they can sit, as much as possible so they can get mana back. We have to sit to get mana back. It just is what it is. So you have to pull to us. That's where I've seen it the most, is like people running around like a chicken with their head cut off, expecting you to follow them. That works sometimes. If you have an awesome group where you barely need to heal and you barely need mana and you got tons of DPS and like a giant tank with the best gear in the game, like, yeah, you can run from thing to thing to thing. But 9 times out of 10, you can't do that. You're going to have to pull to a certain spot to your casters so they can sit there, 9 times out of 90% of the time, meditating and then jump up and cast. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Let's get like one more kill here. We got a fire beetle. What else do I got? Ice strike. Bang. What's that? 10 points of damage. We got here numbing cold. We got here frost bolt. And what's this? Shock of frost. All that stuff sucks. I think shock of fire was the way to go, huh? Better not mess with that queen, right? Now, don't and WoW, you could definitely die. Like, if you attack the wrong thing, you can definitely die. But there's almost no reason to do that because you got all those quests, and you just might as well do the quests and get experience. And why go kill something that's not even on your quest list? That's too hard. Like, you're just gonna go around killing the things on your quest list and get your little feathers or your claws or whatever. So, anyway, I'm gonna cut it there. I'm gonna make this a short one today. I'm sorry that that's the case, but I had a lot of work to do. Like, I had projects. Like, normally I don't have like, once a week I'll have a project or something that takes longer and it's annoying and I have to go to a different building and everything. Well, today I had 3 projects, which was crazy in one day, and I have to go to a different building, so everything's been crazy. Plus, I'm trying to move, plus, just drama in real life. So it was hard to fit this in, so I hope you like it. Put yours down in the comments, what you think about WoW versus EverQuest, whether you want to say WoW was easier and reasons why WoW was easier. I mentioned a couple of other ones that you could say. Or if you just want to reminisce about, playing both the games and what you thought, between the two and everything. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Get about the channel, comment below. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.